still here. But if you are new to the channel or you are watching this video, this is the second part to the video where after we unbox the Sketchbox for August, we are going to try our hand at the project. I have not really done art since, well, like high school, which was, oh goodness, that was 2 decades ago. I had a tiny mini box cutter. There we go. Maybe. I'm kind of excited for this because I used to be a drawing artist, particularly pastels, when I was in high school. And I was homeschooled, so I was pretty much the teacher and the artist or whatever. Anyway, so I'm excited for this because I would like to draw better after 2 decades. I'd like to get back into drawing. So pull that nicely. And so let's go to the instructions. And it says, draw the cactus. I am going to draw the cactus. And it looks like they just basically did just some random shapes. And then drew a shape like this. I am familiar with these because I grew up in California, and yeah, there was lots of these. These are called tuna, and I am sweating all over this. I am trying to get my armrest. So this keeps my sweaty hand off the paper so that it doesn't have a problem. And let me get my face back in front of the mic. There we go. Alrighty. It seems like it needs a little bit more cactus down here. Alright, build the background. So they want us to do a sun, so we're gonna do a sun. I think that's not big enough. There. They did some kind of mountain here, I think. Step 3 is the block in the base colors. So this is where I kind of just lost it. So Teal Dawn is the first color they used. I think that is not that one. And I see why they included orange, because that's not in that color palette. So I think they filled these in with Teal Dawn. This really reminds me of one of my favorite artists who does desert landscapes. I don't remember her name offhand, but she does just really beautiful landscapes. Right, so that, and then see that she used Watermelon Wonder. For the tuna. Then I see she filled in the sun with the chrome orange. And she filled in the mountains with the chrome orange. And you'll notice that I'm kind of following the shapes I made earlier, so that way it adds to the texture of that area, and rather than just being a wash of color, which kind of separates from how you do other mediums somewhat. And the Sakura pen's not quite dry. Just adds to the texture, right? I have a bit of a trimmer in my hand from damage, so if you see me like occasionally just flick wildly, that's why. I'm doing my best. All right. And now she says she used Spice Sunrise to turn this into a green. I'm gonna switch chips for those two small ones. Alright. It's a weird green, but it's actually true to color, so I think it works. I believe she used Cold Crush for the water down here. Which I don't know why I made my water wavy, but whatever. Maybe it's the coastline. We're just seeing a coastline. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a coastline. Alright. And next what she does is she takes the yellow and does a band of color around the sun. Alright, and then she uses the orange one to do the next band of color. Oh yeah, there is a cloud up here. Let's not forget the cloud. Which supposedly was purple, and then I just... That's okay. I do think that creates balance. We're going to go back to the chisel tip on the chrome orange and do the next band around the sun. And then she uses Watermelon Wonder. Actually, she does more of the orange. Let me finish filling in the orange, I guess. I find that interesting because that's dark, but maybe it's just because I just color. I don't know. Anyway, the next color she uses is this watermelon crush color, and she finishes off the painting over here by doing that as part of the sunrise. I am in Texas. It is currently 104 degrees here, and we do not have air conditioning, and looking at this just makes me feel so much hotter. But it's summer, I guess. It's the summer art thing. There she goes. And step 4, add line work for the stained glass effect. Once your initial colors are blocked in, use your brush pen to divide larger areas into smaller shapes. I added these divisions throughout the landscape while leaving the cactus petals and sun as larger uninterrupted shapes. So, how long does it take to dry? I guess it's dry. So she does the stained glass thing. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but I'm trying. I am trying, folks. So what I really love about this version of the Sakura pen versus my fine liners is that it's more like a brush when I press down, so I can go back and forth with it and get a pretty decent coverage. Whereas fine liners, I feel like you really have to hold it perpendicular, where this one you can kind of hold it at an angle and it's still working for you. Now I'm going to do something that she didn't do. I am going to take this purple color and create one last band all the way over on the edge. feel like doing it in the opposite direction is kind of hard. I don't know why that side was so easy, but it kind of looks like a big flower, I guess. So we're just going for it. I feel like those are kind of mountains back there. So, well, that's looking interesting, right? I think it looks interesting. I might actually like this art. So obviously, I did mine more like a petal pattern, and she did hers next to a neater. She's better at this because she's had more practice. So, to create more depth and visual interest, continue laying colors throughout the piece. I added Cobalt Crush to create darker greens within the cactus and layered Wine Knot over the orange mountains to create warm browns. So she took this . she took Why Not and made brown mountains. I feel like the shadow on this should be from here. The thumping noise is me accidentally hitting my face on the microphone because that's how close it is to my face. So I'm really terribly sorry for that. Right, and while we wait for that to dry, which is important because if you put too much at once, you can start taking the paper apart. So it looks like she did the same thing with the water maybe as she did for the sky, only sideways. I think she also took Why Not. I think she took Why Not. Still waiting for that to dry. We are going to take this and shade in. Yep, that is the color she used. Shade in the cactus a little. Now we're going to go back to the mountains, and we used Why Not on the mountains, right? I need to look because I don't remember. Yep, so it was Why Not. And we're just going to go over some shapes that should be darker. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing with the water, but we're going to use the blue pen repeatedly. So she added some shadows to here under the mountains. That looks good. I should have extended it over there, but I think that's fine as a shadow. But we are going to use Why Not again and deepen that shadow. And then it looks like she lightens some sun areas. And then after we light the areas, we are going to add some more variety, I guess, with the shadows down here. because that was bugging me. I am going to do the same thing with the line knot on the mountains again. I guess it looks okay. Looks better. I'm kind of happy with the results. So, step 7, the finishing the details. To finish the piece, I return to my brush pen and refine a few areas with light line work. Then I draw more attention to the cactus. I add a small dot to suggest texture. So, what she's saying. Okay, I guess. So I see something else she did that I didn't see explained in the video. You see right here where she does the stained glass, she adds in some orange and pinks into some of the areas, just like she added purple there that I mismeasured. So we're going to start with the purple one, and we're just going to add some gradients, or what to make a suggestive gradients into the pink. Alright, and now we're going to go next with the pink and do into the orange. To make that side match a little, I'm just going to add some purple over here. Alright. So you did the pink. I'm going to do some darker oranges, I guess. Alright. And I think it's just time to add some yellow. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I mean, it's my first try. I've never done this before. I've never used markers before like this. So it's a lot of new things for me. And we're gonna move those. So there you go, folks. I mean, she did a really nice job, but she is an artist and she has way more practice. But I think we did something similar, and so it almost looks like Ah, I see what she did that I didn't do. She did this right here. Oh. I think it's pretty cool for my first try. So this is August. There we go. SketchBox August 2026. And this is my art. Go ahead and head on over. I think they have the regular boxes available now. This is the premium box, so there's a bit more in it. And there is a lesson if you want to follow along with your Sketchbox, or you're just curious about Sketchbox, head on over. You can scan this QR code or that QR code or whatever they want. Happy painting, happy coloring, happy markering, whatever it is you like doing. And take care, and thank you so much for watching. If you are on stream, I am going to be right back because there was another art piece that